Morning, it's Guido coming at you with a coffee talk. It is Saturday morning, 6 a.m., and I am up hard at work for you, telling you everything there is to know about tanks. Or maybe I'm 50 and I just get up early. I am going to knock this out early this morning because I am going to start on my computer build. More on that a little while later. What do we have on tap for today? Hey, Advent. The Advent calendar has started. We'll talk about that. We'll dive into the missions in UI, describe what the missions currently are, to include tank rewards. I'll give you a little interesting tidbit on gifts and premium time. I think that some chicanery is afoot from wargaming there. Tank rewards, we'll talk about that. Like I said, a new fair play policy came out. Not the entire policy, but there is a little blurb that I think went by unnoticed by a lot of people. We'll dig into that just a little bit because I think it's kind of interesting regarding mods and things like that. Then we'll get into some channel news. I alluded to some of it. We'll talk about my build, some information about gifts, and at the very end, we'll have a little contest for me to give away a couple things. See what I did there? That's the hook that makes you watch the rest of the video. I'm learning. Some of you are just going to go back to the end of the video, right? That's fine. Don't get excited. It's not that great of stuff. It's the stuff from the Thanksgiving tank rewards from last month. A couple things to give away on there. Real quick blurb, A21 from Twitch. If you're watching, you won the garage slot that I gave away a couple days, but there's a lot of A21s in game. If you could send me a message somehow, tell me what your in-game name is so I can get that slot to you. All right, let's get started with Coffee Talk. Hope you got your coffee. I got mine. Right there, Dark Magic. I got the fruity cup today. I like this cup because it's giant. That's the only thing I like about this cup. Coffee mug. And if you have your tea, then let's get started as well. First thing in the hopper is talking about the Advent calendar that you can see right here. This is something you'll get right when you come into the UI. Realize you cannot get back to this as far as I can tell in the UI. There's no minimize button. Once you X out of it, it goes away. I dug around, could not find how to bring it back. The website alludes to the fact that you can see it, but it doesn't really say that directly. And what I did find is you can actually get the bulletin back up right there. So go to settings, there's a little button on the bottom, bulletin, that's interesting. Same idea though, it doesn't have a minimize, so unsure. What is Advent? Advent is 24 days of tanks, 1 day for each tank. Yesterday was the T92 LT, which I picked up. We'll talk about that a little while later. And today is the KR, you'll get a little discount on a deal. And although you cannot find this anywhere in the UI, at least I could not, if you can, let me know. I like this idea of the pop-up windows. One thing that absolutely does work is it will take you right to the premium shop to spend your money. So they got that right, by golly. That is right all day long. So that's the Advent calendar. I'm going to click out of that, and we will show you the T92 LT. There she is. I've got my T28 HTC camo on it. Pretty cool. All right, moving on to the next thing. For the UI and the missions that are going on right now, we'll talk about this in several different sections, but let's just tackle the UI for the moment. You can see that I'm on the events tab over here, and there are 2 on tracks going on. Those are the only 2 quote-unquote events. What's the difference between an event and a mission? I have no idea. I don't think Wargaming does either, but in any event, you can do the FV215B, the 183, the TD version, and the Sheridan down here, so they're ongoing. It looks like the Sheridan goes further, so the FV215B ends on the 8th, and the Sheridan then ends on the 15th of December. So go for those. Those are good. If those are lines that you're going up, then those are fantastic actually to get you great training on your crews and get you fast through the lines. Plus there's a little prize at the end, so that's nice. Realize you don't get the gold if you have the premium TD at the end of that, you get the silver. This is one of the things that you don't get the gold for. What's the difference? I have no idea. Something in Wargaming's mind. All right, over to missions tab. Tank Mastery is now up top. I don't know why. Once again, I completely random. Usually Tank Masteries are down at the bottom, but now they're at the top because whoever put it in the UI this time decided to put Tank Rewards down on the bottom. So there it is, Tank Rewards down there on the bottom. from Friday, December 1st, all the way to January 15th. So this is a pretty long one. In fact, there are 145 total points available. 145 total points. 3 points a day will get you up to 135. Math in Public, I believe it's 45 days total is what I came up with. 31 days in December, right? So December 1st to January 15th, 31 days in December. And then the last day never counts. So 14 plus 31, 45. That should be 45, which should get you 135 for, wait a minute, 135? Where's the other 10 points? Oh, isn't that interesting? You know where the other 10 points are? Well, you can get 10 more points if you own one of their premium tanks called the Tiger 131. That one has its own missions. Here it is right here, which I have no suitable vehicles because I don't own one. But there are 10 extra missions for the Tiger 151. Isn't that interesting? Tank Rewards requires you to have a premium to get 10 of the points. Do you need those 10 points to get the top prize? No, you do not. We'll look at the website in a moment. However, cheesy. Oh, by the way, the prize that you get, or the extra thing that you get with the Tiger 131, are the coveted credits, 50% for 2 hours. That's about the best booster they have. The other ones have crew and free experience and experience. Come on, Wargamer, are you kidding me? A little bit of controversy once again with these three. Now, what you see here is from tier, it's over here. Why would tier 4 to 6 be on the left, and then 8 to 9, or 7 to 8, and then 9 to 10? I don't know. That seems good to me, right? You put the 4 to 6 over here, then you come. Oh my goodness gracious. Anywho, you can do this one time a day, and you need to be in the top 3 of experience for your team, and you have to win. Yet again. Once again, a win requirement tagged on to an otherwise fairly difficult requirement of being in the top 3. For some players, top 3 is an absolute challenge. It really is. And Tank Rewards has always been sort of a grindy thing, not a difficult thing. This is cheesy. This is not good, Wargaming. Not good. The win requirement is pure cancer. But that's what we've got. Now, what I talked about at the very beginning, a little bit of controversy, is guess what was not on their website at first yesterday for quite a while. At least whenever they put out we'll look at it. I can't remember when they put out the advertisement on Tank Rewards. It might not even be dated. Guess what? The win wasn't on there. It said top 3 on your team. The win requirement was not on the website. Another mini crap storm happened on the forums. Guess what's on the website now? They added it onto the website. Maybe they're learning a little bit of something, even if they don't understand why not to do what they're doing. We'll look at the website real quick and come up with the prizes, but moving on quickly to other missions. Something I forgot to tell you on the advent calendar, there is a button to click down towards the bottom when it first comes up that says accept the daily mission. I am uncertain whether that button must be pushed or not. I think it might be because I'd already pushed it. I won't be able to test it till tomorrow. Make sure you go and you push that button. It would be super cheesy, I was going to use a different word, if they required you to push that button on their advent calendar to bring up this mission. But this is the daily mission that you get, and it gives you 30,000 credits. So I've got to destroy 5 enemy vehicles today, and that will give me 30,000 credits. I don't know if there's no timer on this that I can see, but who knows? It might just only be for that day. Whether or not you can stack them up, I don't know. If I figure that out, I'll let you know, but there you have it. Crew is Crucial is going on. There's War Chest and Get Your Credits Chest. This is a weekend mission that's going on. It's an other mission. It wouldn't be called weekend mission or temporary or short mission. It's just other mission. So experience earned 5,000. You can do that 3 times, just like 0-3. Once you do that 3 times, you get these prizes right here. And once you do these 6 times, you get a credit chest, which is actually pretty cool at 500,000 credits. So this is a weekend event. It was going on Friday, so I've already completed 3 of this one. But if you haven't, you can do it today and tomorrow. That's what math in public, 15,000 experience, not too hard. Burn a couple credit boosters, you'll be done in no time. If you're chasing the tank reward stuff, it'll probably get done concurrently, which is what I did. And you get 500,000 credits. That's actually a really great deal right there, and not that hard. And it's with the experience requirement that anybody can do. So good job, Board Gaming. Appreciate that. That's how that thing works right there. Okay, let's go over to the website quickly and look at the tank reward stuff I was talking about. So I've got giving thanks showing right here. This is over at tankrewards.com. You can see that up there if you can read that small print. Tankrewards.com. I said this last week. Make sure you go there and get your rewards, because if you're just playing the game, you are probably missing out on some goodies. I have 18 days to give away these things right here. Actually, those are delivery dates to give away these things right here. So, like I said, we'll talk about the things I'm going to give away in just a minute. However, if you go over here to Snow Tanks, click on that. And I will say that Wargaming has a lot of events going on for December. So hang on to your hats, because we'll talk a little bit more about some of the other things that are upcoming other than just tank rewards. But 43 days left. These are the things they're going to give out. This is pretty standard. Let me just say that it's slightly irritating that these boxes are exactly the same, and the rewards are Patriots, E25s, F30s. These always change, but that's all that ever comes in the boxes, or a Su-100Y. Would be nice if they changed around the Tier 8 premium a little bit. I mean, they have, how many do they have? 50 Tier 8 premiums out there that they could do? Just switch it around a little bit. I'm a little unsure whether it's laziness or they just intend this whole tank rewards thing to always be to win a Patriot. I mean, I don't get it. Throw something else in there. I think it's laziness. I really do. They just use what they had last month. Here are the missions already described, what's going on with that, and then the Tiger 131. And this is what I was talking about. That win the battle part right there, that was not there yesterday early on. It was there later on in the day when the crap storm hit the forum. So, good job listening. Thank you for fixing the website and the UI. It would be nice, wouldn't it be nice, if you A, got it right first, and B, got rid of the win requirement, because it's horrible. It's horrible. Forgot to mention that the points are 30, 40, 60, 110, and 115. So 115 gets you to that last price point. So you've got 145 available. If you don't have a Tiger 131, you've got 135 available. Very doable. It allows you to miss about 3 days and maybe a little bit of change on that. It doesn't really add up exactly because it's 3 per day. But there you have it. If you got the Tiger 131 already, those are pretty easy missions, and the prizes are nice as well. So I'd definitely try to get the 131 done as well. Somebody in the forum did say that the 131, which is a Tier 6, will trip both the Tier 6 requirement and the 131 requirement with one battle in the top 3 as a win. So that's pretty good. Last but not least, for the various missions and things that are going on, the website has a bunch of information. If you go to the news page, there's the Earn Your Credit chest. I already described what that is, but if you want their words on the website, that's where you will find it. And let's jump over here to the Tis the Season. This is the overall events. I've already dug into what's going on right now, but just to kind of get you up to date on everything, the Advent Calendar, which is what is happening right now. You can actually get to the Advent Calendar through the webpage. I won't do that. It takes a couple of clicks before you actually find it, but it'll give you basically what you saw with the pop-up in the window that I showed you at the beginning right there. The on-track missions that are coming up, that's nice because you can plan what you're going to do, potentially. You're going to have weekly deals, so Earn, Advanced, Expand, and Boost. Those haven't started. They don't start till the 7th, but these are going to be specials on Gold, Premium, and stuff. It's Christmas, so they're going to sell stuff. No worries. Tank Masteries. These are all the things you can do to get your master and your little symbol with your M on the side of it if you're interested in that. Tank Rewards we talked about. If you complete challenges with the 131, you get more points. Okay, nice. Nicely done. Project Valor is still going on. Highly recommend. One of my subscribers actually did that in my name one time, so I did appreciate that. Got a bunch of little symbols I could put on my tanks. Pretty good deal because the money goes to Project Valor, which is a worthy group, a worthy charity. And then here are the especially weekly events or weekend events, and that's what I was talking about, War Chest, Earn Your War Chest. That was actually pretty nice. So I'm kind of excited what the next 2 weekends that they're going to do this thing with are Happy Holiday Warm-Up, and then from the 22nd to the 2nd, Happy Holidays with discounts. What is not in here? What is not in here is that tree decorating KV2 thing that we had last year. On the forum, though, Cabbage Mechanic, which is one of the Wargaming guys, mentioned that we'll have enough decorating so much decorating we won't be able to shake a stick at. How's that term go? More decorating than you can shake a stick at. That's right. That's the one. So I think we're going to have a decorating thing come up a la last year with the KV2. And that's where the snow panzer or the snow tiger thing that they keep mentioning in some of their literature comes in. So stand by for that. It just hasn't started. Probably putting the finishing touches on it. That was pretty good. It was just another event on top of everything else. You get little decorations and you put it on there, and you could level them up, and eventually as you tripped certain amounts of decorations, you got prizes. So I'm not saying that's absolutely happening. I don't have any inside information, but that's what they're alluding to. I think it probably is. Something I found in the news here as I was digging around that I hadn't noticed before is right down here, fair play policy was sent out on the 29th of November. So we're going to click on that because this was a bit interesting. Cheaters get banned. Basically says third-party programs that manipulate gameplay by granting an unfair advantage. All right, you're going to key in on this right here. If you are a mod user, this is the key that you need to know. Manipulate gameplay by granting an unfair advantage. Now you may say, Guido, that's kind of arbitrary and vague. Absolutely, it sure is. That's why I'm warning you about it, because that's the rule they're going to get you with, even if they don't really have a very good list of what's banned. So I have gone vanilla to some extent because of this, actually to a large extent because of this bad policy. It's not bad because it's banning mods, it's bad because it's just not well described for players, which means you can get caught up on something you didn't know was banned or gets banned subsequently and you just miss it in the news. That's bad, because when you go down here, this is something, let me sidetrack slightly. This is something Wargaming does with their webpage. They'll have a news blurb, and it'll give you a link, and you'll click it, and it'll take you to another news blurb, and then it'll have another link to the actual information you want, which drives me batshit crazy. Why is this stuff just not on that same page? This is probably a page that existed earlier, and that's an update page over there. I don't know. I guess I get it, but it happens with nearly everything they have on their webpage. Okay, wow, here we go. Fair play policy. This has been up for a while, since 2016, so that is the case. This is just an older version of what's going on. But if you come down to the bottom here, I don't know when this was added or if this was here the whole time. They're talking about in-battle armor viewers, which were for a long time legal, being potentially illegal. They're not on the forbidden list now, but potentially illegal in the future. I think this has actually been here for a year or so, but it's the first time I actually consciously read it. But it brings up my point earlier that you may be running a mod that is perfectly legal at the time and then becomes illegal. So be very careful. There is a description of some things specifically that are banned. Making it easier to block an enemy's shell by indicating their exact aiming point. Those are laser pointers that are showing on your tank. Okay. Alerting you when spotted vehicles are reloading, including displaying an enemy's reloading timer. Okay, so there are some specifics right there that are banned. It gets a little goofy on the auto aim side. A while ago there was one called Auto Aim Plus where you just had to be in the general direction and it would snap lock onto the closest enemy tank in azimuth right there. And that was a fantastically useful mod, but it's now illegal. There have been other mods working around the edges of that regarding auto aim that have been variously legal and illegal, but it's hard to know which one it is. And if you go back to that gaining an unfair advantage, that's where they will get you if you're running a mod and all of a sudden they feel like it is illegal. So fair warning on the fair play policy. Let's talk gifts real quick right here. I just recently received one from one of my subscribers, and I do appreciate the gifts. I'll talk a little bit about that later on, but I just want to let you know the functionality of how this thing works. It took me a while to figure it out. I got an email and there was a link, so you can do that. I try not to click links on my phone, even if they look valid. I try to dig around to the actual website of the company and figure it out, unless it's something like I reset a password and the email immediately shows up, that kind of thing. So I had to dig around on the website to figure out how to get my gift. By the way, it happens to be in the premium shop. So let's just go back to the beginning here. There we go. So you go to their main page. There's no indication on the main page that you have a gift. There's no message. Why would there be a message? I don't know. That'd be nice if there was a message. Doesn't appear to be in your name where you can go, hey, give me a gift. No, it's not that. There's no red thing. You got to go to Premium Shop. So know that from the beginning. Unless you want to click on a link on your email, which is fine by me. But there you have it. Now you got a little red. Here's my gifts. So I come over here and I got my gift. And it's 30 days of premium time. And I said, that's cool. And I was checking it out. And happy holidays. Thanks, man. Looking at it, accept, decline, got it. And then I went, wait a minute, what is this? What's this? Gift will expire. Gift will expire. The gift will expire in the same amount of days as I was given of premium. I'm wondering if that's just a coincidence based on it being a 30-day clock no matter what happens. The immediate thing that came to my mind was, holy cow, my premium time's already running and I haven't even accepted it yet. Which I would not put past them. But anyway, realize that's how you get to your gift, and there is an expiration date on your gift in there as well. I will add one thing. It's not the case here, I don't think, but there are people who have been scammed with gifts where they accept it and then the person cancels the charges or whatever it's called with their credit card, trolling you. Be careful with that. I've heard of that happening. I don't know how realistic that is to happen, but there you have it. Well, that brings us to near the end in the channel news. I've already mentioned a couple times I'm going to start my computer build today with my son, so we'll see how that goes. I don't suspect it's going to be a huge issue. I'll actually have this computer up and running if I have to have any kind of emergency capability to knock out a video or two along here, you know, because it's so important to world peace that I continue doing what I'm doing. Well, that's going to be pretty cool. I'll let you know how that goes, actually. Might document a little bit of that as well. I alluded to gifts a couple times. The other day I logged in and I got a bunch of boosters and whatnot from the Tank Rewards Thanksgiving from all you guys. Thank you very much. I do greatly appreciate all that. As a matter of fact, the buy on this T92 was from various donations kludged together from both my Twitch channel and my YouTube channel and the stuff that you guys have sent me. So thank you very much. This is a community bought tank. I am going to do a review on this thing in the near future. Unfortunately, it's not in the channel or in the gift shop for you to buy, so it's going to be a little late to the party, but we'll talk about how this thing fights and goes. It's interesting. I would not say, just as a general broad brush, it's nowhere near as good as the Black Dog, but it is an interesting tank, so we'll take a look at that as well. All right, now for the contest. Two things I want to give away. I want to give away a slot, and I want to give away the boosters pack, the credit boosters pack, which is probably the best thing as far as personal boosters go. So for the slot, if you'll put down in the responses down there in the comments section, what is your best video idea for me to do? Give me your best video idea. From time to time, people send those in, and a lot of them are good, and I will execute on those, but I'm looking for an interesting video idea. Now, it could be something like, hey, review the Tank X, or do more of these kind of videos or something. That's fine, but if you got something new, I'll select the best one. I'll send you a garage slot. Please be sure when you put your name in there to let me know what your in-game name is. If you don't want to do it publicly, please send me a private message on the website or in-game or something so I know who you are, that I can give you the garage slot. All right. And the second one will be for those boosters, and what I'm looking there is for everybody. So everyone who's watching, if you'll just put your best World of Tanks tip. I had a thing I called the 10 Commandments of Watt that I republish every once in a while. But something along those lines, something that is universally a good tip. It could be even how to work around the UI or a way to deal with wargaming in certain situations. I don't know, it doesn't necessarily have to be in-game tips. A way to manage crews, tricks, tips, tactics, techniques, that kind of thing. And that will be for the credit boosters. So same thing, let me know who you are in-game, however you want to do it, and I'll make sure that you guys get those prizes. Like I said at the very beginning, A21 from Twitch, please let me know what your in-game name is so I can get you your other garage slot. And I'll have one other thing to give away a little while later. I got to do it in 18 days because Tank Rewards only lets you get your prizes or send stuff out like that for an X amount of days after the event. So for all of you who did the Thanksgiving thing, realize the clock is ticking. Go pick your prizes and give away your goodies to whoever. There's a lot of people on the forum, by the way, who is getting off track a bit. There's a lot of people on the forum who are doing trades, so you might want to jump on the forum and check that out. If you want to trade a garage slot, say you want one, You could trade yours for somebody else's, so that's actually a pretty good idea if you want to do it that way. Well, guys, that is it for me today and Coffee Talk. Making sure that I've got everything sorted out there, and I do. I've talked about everything I want to talk about, and that is enough talking from me. We will see you.